Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to film a chatty get ready with me because I just love talking on here and I feel like I don't do like a sit down, just normal life updates, things I'm doing in my life, because if it's just a vlog or a sit down video, I'm not necessarily talking about like the details. So welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Camille. I am in my 20s here in Las Vegas. I'm originally from Maui and I moved here to Las Vegas after I graduated from San Diego State. I work full-time in marketing, but I love this page to just share more about my life, things I'm doing, routines I'm creating. So thank you for being here and I hope you like this first video if you're new. So I'm gonna just get started in my routine because I definitely need to go pretty soon. It is a Monday when I'm filming this. I ended up sleeping in, which I don't do on Mondays, but I was really tired from the weekend and from last night. So I wanted to just sleep in and do that. A reason why I also wanted to film this get ready with me is because I am not a big lover of fall and winter. I get a little bit I don't love the cold weather. I don't love when the time changes and the sun sets earlier, all the things that come with that. Of course, I love the holidays and it's really exciting, but I have a hard time with Q4 sometimes. So I thought, what can I film to motivate those around me who, might be in the same boat or are actually scared that the year's ending and we are almost at the end of another year in our lives. And I think, there's multiple people who can fall in both boats. So I was like, okay, let me just pick up the camera and like, let's just film this thing. So what I wanted to talk about today was the power of an hour. I kind of was thinking about this because when I am freelancing or wanting to do something creative or just anything outside of my day-to-day, what does that take for me to actually get that done? Sometimes it means I have to sacrifice watching TV or scrolling on my phone or talking to people on the phone or whatever. Like there's things that you sometimes have to sacrifice in order to get those things done because it's not in your everyday routine. And so I wanted to talk about this like little concept because I think what is really exciting about Q4 is it's the end. It's getting you toward, a brand new year. It's really exciting, but it's also super incredibly daunting. So like, how do you kind of meet yourself in the middle with all the things you want to do, but also not trying to like overwhelm yourself and not enjoy the present moment? So this is kind of like my theory of basically, okay, if you set an hour aside a week, a month, a day, however that looks like for you in your life, there's so much that you can get done and there's so many things that you can achieve by just setting time aside. And so I wanted to like do some like very applicable examples of how to really emulate this in one's life, because I think again, we overcomplicate, we overthink things. And I talked about this in a panel I did earlier in later in September. We overcomplicate social media, for example. So like if you're a business owner or if you're somebody who just loves content and wants to get started with it, like how does that look like? And I think a lot of people just simply overcomplicate things, or even with a brand new idea. Oh, I really want to do X, Y, and Z, but I have like no time to do it, right? That's like literally the point of starting something new. It's new to you. You don't have it in your routine yet. So what does that look like for you to add that into your routine? So for me personally, I, freelance, I don't want to just be on my computer all weekend. So what does that look like if I sacrifice my mornings? And maybe I don't get to go on a walk one week, but I got so much done for freelance because I instead used the hour of 6 to 7 a.m. to freelance. And I did that twice last week and it truly freed up my weekend. So doing those things just really amplify, my goals and what I want to do. For October, a couple goals that I have do require me to kind of step out of my normal routine. One of them being I want to either do golf or tennis once a week in the month of October. And I want to do that because it's really important to me to try something new. I also think it's just really fun to get out of my comfort zone. All I do usually is weightlift, run, or walk. So what is outside of that can just really make me excited about working out, can make me excited about the colder weather and being outside. And those were the things I thought of. So maybe going to the driving range on a Tuesday night or tennis at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Like those sort of things like really just make me happy and really get me into the groove of the cooler weather and excited for the cooler weather. But because I, maybe golf on a Tuesday night, that means I can't really do my full nighttime routine, or I can't watch Dancing with the Stars, or like do the things that are normal on a Tuesday night. So I think what I'm trying to really get at is, you really just have to kind of make that commitment and sacrifice, because if you really want to do something, then what does that take for you? And that's a very, very like light example. I even think it could be about reading your Bible. So, okay, I really want to read my Bible more. I want to be in the Word more. But I have no time, right? Like it's really hard to kind of like think to yourself, like where in your day do you have pockets of time? So maybe you can start off with 15 minutes a day. Maybe it can be 10 minutes a day, or maybe you're just better with a longer like time of Bible study. So maybe you can do a half an hour on Sunday and then half an hour on a Thursday, like whenever you have days off and whatnot. Like it doesn't always have to be like one full hour in one sitting. And that can look like so different for so many different goals and reasons when you apply this method. But I just think we think to ourselves that we have no time, we have no this, we have no that. We put excuses in front of really what's in front of us. And that is the fact that there's things in your life that you can kind of slowly replace or just slowly find time for. In terms of like scrolling on your phone, we all fall for this. We all do this, where it's like an hour before bed and you are reading or you're scrolling on your phone. How can you replace that with something productive? Maybe it is doing a craft before bed, or maybe that's reading. Maybe it's calling somebody instead of just looking on your phone and trying to like keep up with people. Those little habits can just take you so far in terms of what you want to do. And that's just really all that there is to it. Like think about kind of like your daily routine and what you do and how that can really just, be changed to go towards your goals. I think totally start small. So if you can only do 15 minutes of something, or maybe it's just praying, maybe it's just like 5 minutes a day, maybe it's while you're driving you're praying, like things like that. And then you can slowly add time to that. So, once you get comfortable with adding it into your routine, it's already in your routine and it's easy to pick up and continue to do and continue to add on to. So for me with freelancing, doing it every I kind of stuck to like Wednesdays or so, doing it every Wednesday. And then at night, once a week, I also plan out the content because, you have to film and then edit and then plan it out. I'm scared I'm like looking like clown vibes on the viewfinder, but I'll check later. I'm scared. Okay, so once I got into that routine, it's really easy for me to continue doing, so and you have to just be patient with yourself. I think everyone is really like scared of creating habits, or you want to do it and then like you never think that you can. So, just start small. And I'm not just trying to say that the way that my examples are in this video are going to be right for every single person. I think it's totally customizable. It's totally different depending on your schedule, your work, your life, if you have a family, etc. So I think, really giving yourself grace in that department and not thinking that this is a one-size-fits-all approach. It's just the method. It's just the method of the power of an hour. So I really think once you kind of get into that groove, it'll just be so much easier for you to continue to progress, continue to make moves in the goals you have, in the things you want to start. And I also just think it can really help you in even not like business related aspects of your life, but even personal development or improvement in your habits and things you want to improve on. So, I mean, it can even be relative to like journaling and things like that. And the last thing I kind of want to touch on, because I'm literally almost done getting ready already, is the fact that, if you're a very scheduled person like I am, I literally time block my calendar. So, okay, if I need to freelance, I will time block my calendar like 2 weeks in advance and know I definitely should not move this. And if I do, I have to like stick to it and have a really good reason of moving it. So I really love the fact that, we can write things down, we can make things official, and that really tells ourselves in our brain like, okay, if I schedule a meeting for work, I'm gonna go to that meeting, and if I schedule something outside of work, I'm also gonna do that too. Like that's kind of like the mentality that I think you can kind of keep with a schedule if you follow a schedule and you love a calendar to kind of keep you in check. And I really love to do that. I literally time block everything in my life. I'll also link a podcast down below. It was from Kenzie Elizabeth. She talked about how September is the new January and how, you know, the month of September is a great month to start your goals, and that goes for like all different types of months in my opinion. I think New Year's resolutions are fleeting, and I think that we can create habits and goals and routines at any point in the year. So why not just start now? Why not just start something you are dying to do right now, and then in the new year you can continue to progress it and continue to have that firm foundation ready for you in January. So this is like a perfect time to kind of get into your goals and your routines and stuff like that. Again, you can take this method and apply it to any aspect of your life. I'm personally using it in terms of like how I, you know, adjust to the colder weather and how I adjust to freelancing in my 9-to-5 routines. So I hope that this video just encourages you to kind of get out there, kind of change up your routine just ever so slightly, and like just see kind of how that really affects your life and your goals. And I think there's so much beauty in the time that we have here in your everyday, and maybe it doesn't feel like you have a lot of extra time right now, but you never know. I even like sometimes use my lunch hour to get things done, and so you never know how that looks for you and how that might work for you. So just try it out. Just think of one thing that you can kind of change up in your week this week, and think of something that you can do instead. So maybe it's reaching out to a friend, doing the things that you need to do to make your next month the best. Maybe it's planning a trip, like fun things like that too. So I hope this encouraged you. I hope that this little corner of the internet can always motivate you to go after your goals and to just really get excited about what's next for you. I think my battery is also gonna die, so this is my sign to get out. So I will be going to work now. Here's my little outfit. Men's Zara top I thrifted, American Eagle jeans, and I'll probably wear sandals with this. So I hope you all have a good day or night whenever you're watching this, and thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and make an hour work for you. Bye.